Hello, George. It's Fat Ninja Farm, for anyone new to the channel. Today I'm making some fermented stinging nettle tea. So I'll chop these nettles down, I'll chop them back. I'll fill 1 or 2 buckets full, right to the very top. I'll weight that down with a piece of stone or something to hold it down, fill it up with water. And in the next week to 2 weeks, that'll ferment and pull all those nutrients out of that plant material into the liquid. The way to know it's done will be smell. You'll be walking by and it'll let you know. It's the opposite of good smelling. But one of the reasons I'm doing that now, it's time for our next spraying of compost tea. It's what's called petal fall. The pears have already lost all their petals and the young fruit around there. The apples are now losing their petals. You can see all the petals on the ground, so all these petals are falling. We should see some young fruit on here as well. So after all this is fallen, we'll spray everything, the undersides of these leaves, tops of these leaves, and the young fruit. And I'll add a neem's oil to the mix this time, but I'll wait until all that fruit is set and all these petals have fallen. See the wind blowing now. I don't use neems in the mix. Well, things are flowering. See, so many things are flowering because it deters the insects. You don't get the pollination. So I'm going to take this composted tea. It'll be ready in 2 weeks after the petals have fallen. I'll also make this nettle tea. I'll also make a compost tea. I used to just spray this directly on the plants. I don't think that's a great idea. It's anaerobic, being void of oxygen, and we want it to be aerobic, full of oxygen. So after I've made the anaerobic tea, it's pulled those nutrients out. I'll bubble it in a bubbler with compost, some molasses as the sugar, and create an aerobic tea overnight. And then I'll cover everything in the food forest with it. As long as all the petals have fallen, anything that's not fruiting, it'll have neems on it as well. I also use comfrey in there. We'll go look at the comfrey as well. How many times can I say as well in one sentence? In one video. See the comfrey here. I've got some gonna flower. I don't like taking it before it's flowered, but we have a surplus of it on the property. So I'll also take a 5-gallon bucket full of that. Same thing as the stinging nettles. I'll take that, put a stone on it, cover it. And about that same time frame, that'll ferment. That's one of the ways we fertilize, somewhat protect against pests, and share that nutrient on the property. Hope that helps. If you like these videos, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to show the changes we've created here in the last 8 years. It's, I like to say change is better than a holiday, and it is. When your home is the holiday, when it's where you want to be, you don't want to get away from it. A better way of life has been created. All this started because of climate change awareness. Please start the conversation. See ya.